Jai Hind, dear children. Welcome back to the second video. We are continuing the word problems in exercise 4.3.
Yes, the graph sheet first one question is over. Now come to the second question. What is asked in the question now? If the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? What is the meaning? Yes, in this given equation, the Celsius value is given 30 degrees Celsius. We need to find out what is the temperature of Fahrenheit then. Okay, yes. So put the value of C as 30 degree in this equation and find the corresponding value of F. So let us find out. Given, what is given? The value of C is 30 degrees Celsius and F we want to find out. Okay, so write once the relation. Therefore, we have been provided F equal to n by 5 of C plus 32. So this implies put the value F is equal to 9 by 5 into what is the value of C? You want to put 30 plus 32. Correct? Yes. Now you can cancel this 5 and 30. 1 5 is 5. 6 5s are 30. Correct? So that 9 into 6, 54. Yes. And 9 into 54 plus 32 is, yes, 86. Okay, so thus when you substituted the Celsius value as 30 degree, we got F value. What is the F value? You want to write 86 degree Fahrenheit. So that is the scale for the corresponding 30 degree Celsius. Okay, now the third question. If the temperature is 95 degree F, the Fahrenheit value is given. You want to find out what is the temperature in Celsius. Okay. So, again F equal to 9 by 5 of C plus 32 is our relation. Now, this implies put the value of F, children. What is the value given? 95 equal to 9 by 5 of C plus 32. Okay. Now, what you want to do? This is like a equation. You want to find the value of C, so that what we do usually, we want to transpose, take the values to finding out C. Okay, so what can we do? This implies, let me take this 32 plus 32 to the left side, it becomes minus. So 95 minus 32 equal to 9 by 5 into C. Okay, what is 95 minus 32? It is, yes, correct, 63 equal to 9 by 5 into C. Okay, now we want the value of C here. Because C is in right side, you can just interchange the equation. And I am writing like this, 9 by 5 into C equal to 63. Okay, left hand, right hand side I just interchanged for our convenience. So that you see 9 by 5 into C, multiplication. When you transpose this 9 by 5, it becomes division. So that C equal to 63 into reciprocal 5 by 9. Now you can cancel this 9 and 63. 1 9 is 9, 7 9s are 63. Okay, so what is the balance? 7 into 5, that is 35. And what we found out, what is the temperature in Celsius? So 35 degree Celsius. Okay, so two answers we got. Now we are moving to the next subdivision. Next subdivision, it is very easy. If the temperature is 0 degree Celsius, Celsius for the value is 0, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? Okay, and if the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? So the meaning is, when C equal to 0, what is F? And when F equal to 0, what is C? Okay, so let us find out. When C equal to 0, that is Celsius is 0, what happens to our relation F? 9 by 5 of C plus 32 is the given linear equation. Now put C equal to 0, what happens? F equal to 9 by 5 into 0 plus 32. This we already found when we draw the graph. No? What the answer you got? 32. Okay, so when C is equal to 0, Fahrenheit scale is 32 degree Fahrenheit. Understood? Okay. Now we can find the other one when f equal to 0. When f is equal to 0, what happens? Yes, put in the same relation. Left hand side is f. So 0 equal to 9 by 5 of c plus 32. Correct? Now again we can just interchange the equation because we want to find out c. Let it be on the left side. This implies 9 by 5 of c plus 32 equal to 0. I just interchange left hand side and right hand side. So this implies 9 by 5 of c equal to 0. This plus 32 want to take here, so minus 32. Understand? So 0 minus 32 is what? Minus 32 again. Now what you want to do? Yes, this 5, 9 by 5 into c. Okay, so 9 by 5 into c, when it is 9 by 5 is taken on the right side, it becomes reciprocal. So this implies c is equal to minus 32 into 5 by 9. Okay, now we cannot reduce 9 and 32 or 5, so that just multiply the numerators. 32 into 5, when you multiply, you will get 160. So it is minus 160 by 9. And what is this temperature? It is Celsius. So degree Celsius you want to put. Understood? So what is the meaning of this? When Celsius is 0, Fahrenheit scale is 32 degree Fahrenheit. And when F is 0, the value of C is minus 160 by 9 degree Celsius. Understood? Okay. Now the last subdivision of this question. Is there a temperature which is numerically the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? If yes, find it. Okay. So the question is asking, when you take Celsius one temperature, we got Fahrenheit for another answer. You see here, when C is 0, F is 32. When F is 0, C is minus 160 by 9. Likewise, we did in the graph also, correct? In the graph also, when we took different temperatures, you see, when we take C is 5, F you got 41. When C is 10, F you got 50. So, different values for C and F we found out. But the question is asking, is there a temperature? Is there a temperature so that we can tell they are equal? Is there a temperature which is numerically the same in both Fahrenheit and Celsius? For this relation F equal to 9 by 5 into C plus 32, is there a value? Is there a number so that Fahrenheit and Celsius are equal for that temperature? That you want to find out. If yes, if likewise a number is there, you want to find it. You want to find for which numerical value Fahrenheit scale and Celsius scale are equal. Any idea? For that, we don't know actually what is that number so that Fahrenheit and Celsius are equal. So what I am doing, we can take, we can take some same number for that. Finally, we will find out what is the value of that number. Okay. So I am going to take, let the equal temperature. Okay. Equal temperature for Celsius and Fahrenheit scale be X. Okay. So what I did for both Celsius and Fahrenheit, since the value is, we are assuming equal temperature, I took for both the scale the value is X. Now we are going to put this equal values in our equation. So therefore F equal to 9 by 5 into C plus 32. In this equation, for F and C I am going to substitute X. So this implies, what is F we have taken? F and C both are now our X. Okay, why I selected both for X? Because we are going to find out the value for which they are equal. Okay, so both I put X. Now you know in a linear equation if two like variables come, we make it into one side, no? So this implies x, this 9 by 5 into x, this term I am totally taking to LHS, so it becomes, yes, I am completely taking this, okay. So this is actually plus 9 by 5x. If I am taking only 9 by 5, it becomes reciprocal. But here I am taking the complete term. So it becomes minus 9 by 5x. Okay, this all calculations you have learned earlier. So it becomes negative equal to right side 32. Now you see they are similar terms and one is a fraction. So in order to subtract, we need to take LCM. This implies what is the LCM here? 5. A fraction and a number always should be calculated using LCM. So 5. Now 5 into x, 5x minus here no change, 9x equal to 32. Now next step, solve the numerator. 5x minus 9x. What is that? Minus 4x by 5 equal to 32. Now you see this 5 I can take to the right hand side, it becomes multiplication. Okay. So this implies minus 4x equal to 5 into 32. What is 5 into 32 children? It is yes, 160. Yes, all of you do the calculation. Now you see minus 4x is equal to 160. We need to find the value of x. What is the meaning of minus 4x? It is minus 4 into x. Okay. So when this minus 4 is taken to RHS, it becomes division. So this implies the value of x is 160 divided by minus 4. Okay. Positive by negative is negative. And 160 and 4 can be cancelled by 4 table. 1 4 is 4. 4 4s are 16, 0. So that your answer is minus 40. So this is the required answer of your question. What is the question actually? Find the numerical value so that Fahrenheit and Celsius are equal temperatures. So for that question, what is the answer? For the value minus 40. Minus 40 is the temperature for which Fahrenheit and Celsius are both equal values. Okay. So that is the way to find out the answer for this question. You are assuming the equal values and finding the value of that particular variable. Okay. So that is the end of this question. Now children, in exercise 4.3 there is a question. This you want to do as homework. Okay. See the fifth question. From the choices given below, choose the equation of graphs given from the following. So you see here 4 options are given and one graph is given. Here also 4 options and one graph is given. So what you want to do is you want to check which is the correct equation of this graph. Okay, for that what you want to do is you can see the graph here and the points on the graph is also shown. So all of you take the corresponding points. Okay, here minus 1 1, here 0 0, here 1 minus 1. So you want to take these points and check in the given equations. Okay, so if the equation is satisfying all these coordinates, then that is the equation of the graph. Okay, so take the x value, y value and put it in the equation. Yes, so LHS is equal to RHS. If it is coming true, then that equation is the equation of the graph here. This problem also the same way. You want to check the coordinates. Here the coordinates are given in the graph. So that coordinates, take the x value, take the y value and put it in the equation. If LHS is equal to RHS, then that is the required equation of the graph. So all of you complete this problem also. Children, this is the last section of your chapter, that is equations of lines parallel to the x-axis and y-axis. For x-axis, what is the parallel line and what is its equation, and for y-axis how to draw the parallel line and what is the equation of that. That is all we will discuss in this section. Okay, you know x-axis and y-axis and how we are drawing parallel lines to those axes we are going to discuss. Before that, let us discuss somewhat the things we have learned. You want to copy this in your notes, okay? In a Cartesian plane, so far we discussed all these matters. In a Cartesian plane, if you are taking Cartesian plane means this quadrants in the axis. If I am considering these points 2 0, minus 3 0, 9 0, minus 11 0, etc. Okay, if I am taking this type of coordinates, where do we plot these coordinates actually? Here you see all these coordinates y is 0. Only the x point is there. Here positive x, negative x. So anyways, x axis is the place where we plot all these points because y is equal to 0. So we can say that all the above coordinates lies on the x axis. Why? Because y coordinate of each point is 0. Understand? So this you know already, because all the y coordinate are 0 in these points. We plot this point in the graph, it will come only in the x axis, that you studied earlier also. So from this we are going to get a conclusion. This is the point you want to study very well. Thus this is the conclusion. Every point on the x-axis is of the form. Whenever you see a point in the x-axis lie on the x-axis, it will be of the form x0. Okay. Similarly, you can tell, similarly every point on the y-axis is of the form 0y. Correct? So next important point, children, equation of x-axis, equation of y-axis. How to write the equation of x-axis? The answer is y equal to 0. Can you say why? Because in x-axis, you know, all are x coordinates and there is no y coordinate. Y coordinate is absent. So that whenever you are forming an equation for x-axis, the meaning is y equal to 0 because there is no y coordinate. So this is an equation for x-axis. Similarly, equation of y-axis. Y-axis, who is not there? X coordinate is not there. So we can form an equation for y-axis as x equal to 0. So these are also two important relation what you want to study. Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0 and equation of y-axis is x equal to 0. Understand? Now the next what you want to study is geometrical representation of an equation in one variable, two variables. You know an equation in one variable you studied, in two variables you studied. Now how to represent these two types of equations geometrically? Geometrically means how we can draw the graph. For example, I have written here one equation x minus 2 equal to 0. And if you solve it, you will get x equal to 2. Okay. So here only one variable is present. So this is a linear equation, one variable. And we have only one solution here. Okay. In one variable equation, if you find the value, we will get one solution. And this equation is in one variable and has the unique solution. What do you mean by unique solution? Whatever value you given, for whatever happens to this equation, we get only one solution here, that is x equal to 2. Okay. Now we studied how to represent an equation in one variable and two variables. Okay. If you represent this, that is this equation x equal to 2, if you represent in two variables, Now x equal to 2, if I am representing, x means what? 1. 1 is the coefficient of x here. So if I am representing this equation as x plus, because here y is not there, I am writing 0 into y is equal to 2. Okay, so what do you understand from this? This is equation in one variable and this is the same equation in two variables. Okay, so we know that a linear equation in one variable has unique solution, but if you want to represent that equation in one variable, two variables, this is the way to write. This is equation in one variable and this is equation in two variables. Now we are going to study geometrical representation. How we can draw the graph for one variable and two variable. Okay. So you listen children, for one variable graph. Okay. So here I have written the same equation in one variable and two variable. If we want to draw the one variable graph. Okay, one variable graph, that is the geometrical representation for an equation, one variable graph. It is enough to draw only that axis. Okay, here you see x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 means the value of x is given. So we need only the x axis here. Understand? Only one horizontal line only we want. Only that x axis we want. So for drawing one variable graph, no need of going to the graph sheet. We can represent as a number line also. Number line means we can take only the horizontal axis, x axis. Understand? And this is our x axis now. Okay. Now if we are taking this 0, here 1, here 2, here 3, here negative values -1, -2, -3. Now you see who is the x value here? Yes, this is the value x equal to 2. Okay, so this one variable graph just we plotted in the number line. So children, for representing one variable graph, we are going to for that variable you just draw that axis. Okay, draw that axis and you represent that value of the variable in the number line. Okay, so this is so here what you can see, only that unique solution you can see, the value of x is equal to 2. Okay, so this way we want to represent one variable graph geometrically using a number line. Okay, now let us see how to represent the same equation in two variables in a graph. Okay, already I have written how we are representing this equation in two variables. Now for this equation in two variables, how we will represent in the graph? We want to use the Cartesian plane in the graph and represent. So let us see that. Okay children, so now how to represent the same equation? Here you see whenever you put any value for y, correct? Any value for y, this value becomes 0. 0 into 1, it is 0. 0 into 5, it is 0. 0 into 9, it is 0. So for any value of y, if you give y for 20, it is 0 into 20, 0. If you give y for 10, 0 into 10, it is 0. So y for we can take any values, but this term is 0. But x will have only one value, that is 2. Correct? So that is meant by two variable equation is having infinite number of solutions. You studied earlier. So here we have only one value x equal to 2, but it can have any value of y. So that is the meaning. So what you want to do is you want to draw the Cartesian plane, and for x equal to 2 and y is equal to 0, correct? So where this point will come, this is the point. Yes, x equal to 2. Okay, so how to draw the graph here? That is the meaning. So through this only one point we are having, no y coordinates. Only throughout we will have x x coordinate, that is x value is 2. So how the graph we want to draw is through this coordinate of x. Okay, through this coordinate of x, we want to draw a line through this x equal to 2. Understand? And this line that we draw now is the equation, that is x plus 0 into y equal to 2. Okay, so this is the graph for this equation in two variables, that is x value is 2, and through this you can draw the graph. Now you see, I told here it will have many number of solutions. You just see the graph now. X value is not changing. X is always 2 here. But y value you see, if you take this point, what is the value here? X 2 and y is 1. So you can write here 2, 1. And if you take this value, what is that dot? It is x 2 and y 2. So 2, 2. Correct? And if you take this value, what is that? Y is 6 and x is 2 there. So it is 2 and 6. Correct? And if you take this value, here what happens? X value is 2, no change, but y value is 8. So 2 and 8. Okay, now come to negative values. If you take this one, here what happens? X is 2, but y is minus 3. So 2 and minus 3. Okay, now if you consider one more value, this is 2 and minus 5. So what is the meaning of this, children? The x value is not changing. It is constant throughout. X is equal to 2. But for any value of y, since this term is not existing, y can come different values. Okay. So on this graph, there are infinite number of solutions. Okay, so if you are asked to draw two variables for geometrical representation, for that value you want to draw the graph like this. Okay, so this is the graph x plus 0 into y equal to 2, or you can write x is equal to 2. But since we are writing in two variables, you want to x plus 0 into y equal to 2. Okay. From this graph, the important result is coming that if x is equal to a constant, here we have the equation x is equal to a number. So when we do the geometrical representation, that is through this 2 we draw a line. So that line will be parallel to y-axis, correct? Okay, so x is equal to a constant will give you the graph that is parallel to y-axis. Okay, so this is parallel to y-axis. Understand? So what is the meaning of this? If you are getting a linear equation where x is equal to a constant, when you draw that graph, it will be parallel to y-axis. Similarly, for other situation, if you are giving y equal to 5, suppose y equal to 5. So what you will do? Through this y equal to 5 is here. So through this y equal to 5, you will draw a line. And that line will be parallel to x-axis. Okay. So these are the two equations where we can draw parallel lines. Okay. So x equal to constant, a number is coming. That will be parallel to y-axis. Y equal to a constant is coming. That will be parallel to x-axis. Okay. Now listen, children, one example is there. Solve the equation 2x plus 1 equal to x minus 3 and represent the solution on the number line, that is in one variable, and Cartesian plane in two variables. Okay. Now just you can see the geometrical representation how we are doing. So given equation is, what is the given equation? 2x plus 1 equal to x minus 3. First you want to solve this equation as we are doing earlier. So collect the variables on one side. So minus x equal to minus 3 minus 1, that is minus 4, and 2x minus x is x equal to minus 4. So for this equation we got the solution x equal to minus 4. Now you see x equal to minus 4 means it is having only the variable x. Okay, no y is present. So if for representing as I said earlier, if you want to represent as one variable graph, it is enough to draw the number line and represent this x equal to minus 4. See children, if you draw a number line like this, only that axis we need because there is no y. I just draw here one number line as x axis, and this is positive value, negative value. Now where will this x minus 4 will come? Yes, this point. This point is our required x equal to minus 4. Okay, so this is the one variable graph representation of x equal to minus 4. So this position will give you x equal to minus 4 values. Now how we want to represent in two variable graph? Two variable graph for what I said, you need the Cartesian plane. First you want to write this equation x equal to minus 4 in two variables. So how to write? X plus 0 into y equal to minus 4. What is the meaning of this? X is only present there and y is not present. So you can have any values for y. This term will be 0 and the value of x is minus 4 here. Correct? So as we did previous, you want to draw the Cartesian plane and through x equal to minus 4 you want to draw a straight line, and that will give you the graph in two variable for x equal to minus 4. And here also this graph, you see x equal to a number, so that this graph will be also parallel to the y axis. So let us see the graph now, x equal to minus 4. Now children, you see after drawing the Cartesian plane we are going to represent x is equal to minus 4 here. So where is x equal to minus 4 children? Here. So y coordinate is not there. So what you want, how to draw the graph? Through this x equal to minus 4 you want to draw a straight line, and that will be exactly parallel to our y axis. Can you see they are parallel lines? And this is the graph for x equal to minus 4, or you can say x plus 0 into y equal to minus 4. Okay, so this is the two variable graph. And here also you see whenever you check the coordinates, there you have different values for y, and x there is no change, it is minus 4. If you see this point, this is minus 4 and 0, correct? X minus 4, y 0. If you take this point, what is that? X again minus 4 and y is 5 here. Okay, and if you take this point, x minus 4, y is 8 here. And if you take this point, x again minus 4 and y is minus 2. For this point, x minus 4, y is minus 5. Okay, so any values for y, x value is constant, and this graph is parallel to y axis. Okay, so all together we want to learn how to draw one variable graph using number line, how to draw two variable graph when there is only one value for x like this, and that will be parallel to y axis. Similarly, in other situation, if y equal to a value is given, you want to draw the graph through that point of y, and which will be parallel to x axis also. So that you will get as a problem in homework, and that is all about the thing parallel to y axis.
Keep in memory what you studied today. An equation of the form y equal to mx always passes through the origin. The equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. The equation of y-axis is x equal to 0. An equation of the form x equal to a, where a is a constant, is always parallel to y-axis. Similarly, an equation of the form y equal to a, where a is a constant, is always parallel to x-axis. We can graphically represent one variable on a number line. An equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. you complete the homework from exercise 4.3 and 4.4. So that is the end of the chapter. Read the textbook and do proper revision. Thank you children. See you in the next video.